Yo, what's good people? It's Too Busy Gaming. We're live, we're direct, and we are in full effect. Now, you know I love me some Street Fighter, and with the beta slowly approaching, we are about to get jiggy with it on this game. Now, I figured why not offer some tips, 5 in total, just to get you guys started, maybe just to see if you want to dip your toes in this sort of fighting game, and just to sharpen your tools throughout the duration of the beta, just so that you can put the brakes on people on ranked. Now, throughout this video, there will be some footage of Street Fighter 5, obviously, as I don't own Street Fighter 6 yet. That's just to help myself break down some of what I will be talking about in this video. Now, if you do like this type of video, definitely drop a like, comment, and definitely hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more coming your way, and subscribing, showing some love, definitely helps the channel grow and allows me to do plenty more for you. Also in this video, drop a comment down below and let me know what character you are eager to get your hands on and to put the brakes on people online with. Without further ado, let's get into it. Now, one of the first things I always recommend in any fighting game, it's the one thing that I tell everyone when they're saying that, oh, you know what, I want to get involved in this game. I always say, find a character that suits your playstyle first. Or alternatively, you can find a character that you like purely based on looks, and you can obviously work from there. Now, that character might be super difficult to use, might be a charge character, might be a Shoto, might be a grappling character, but because you like how that character looks, you're dedicated, you're gonna put your all into learning that character, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just be prepared for the hard grind. There's always a main character in all of these games, which in Street Fighter, of course, is Ryu. He is your bread and butter character. He has your projectiles, anti-airs, nice range of combos, and is just a solid character. That character for me is always the best place to start. Once you get to grips with Ryu, that's when you can kind of branch out and say, do you know what? I've had my fair share with a Shoto character, let's move on to a charge character, and so on and so forth. Using a range of characters is most probably the most beneficial thing that you can do for yourself and your knowledge within a fighting game. You will ultimately learn how to go up against certain characters and what moves work against certain moves and what moves don't. Now, for the second point, this one is purely for referral and research purposes. You want to head over to the Street Fighter 6 website and have the drive page up to allow yourself to get familiar with each one and what it does. Once you're on the Street Fighter website, you want to head over to modes just at the top and then fighting ground. And then once you're on this page, scroll down a little bit and then you will notice that there's the drive system moves listed below. Now you can click on each one of these and then they will also give you a brief description of what the drive actually does, the cost, and the command to input said drive. Then, once you've had a nice read up of the website, take it to the training lab and explore all options with them. Now, the drive system is brand new, and this is something that everyone is gonna take some getting used to. Therefore, having a web page up either on a laptop, a phone, a screen, that way you can easily refer back to it and understand what it is that you're trying to pull off, in addition to knowing when and when not to use it. Tip number 3. Once you found a character that you either like the look of or you enjoy how they play, it's time to check out their move list. And this is something that you'll be referring back to a hell of a lot. Exploring a character's move list and looking for things called target combos, special moves, command normals. These are things that are super duper important to the realm of Street Fighter. Now, I'm not sure if there's going to be an option to be able to tab certain moves, but if you can and keep them on screen while you are in training mode, this is going to be super important, as you can keep referring to them as you are slowly getting used to the normals and the special moves and the target combos during your training mode playtime. Now for tip number 4. Now, bouncing between tip number 4 and 3, once you've figured out all of those command normals, special moves, anti-airs, all of that good stuff by checking out the move list, this is the time to take it into the lab. Take these actions into the training mode and mess about with the CPU. Raise the difficulty from low to high and just get comfortable with those moves that you've learned. Now, this doesn't replicate a human to human match, but what it does do, like I mentioned before, it just sharpens your tools and makes you ready for any situation at hand. Also give you a good idea on spacing and when to chuck a certain normal or when to use a certain command normal. This is like the key online, I'm telling you. 5th and final tip, reach out to a few people in the community, some other members that may have potentially gotten access to the beta, and see if you can just run some friendlies with them. Now, this flips point 4 a little bit on its head, as like I mentioned before, you're playing the CPU, and then when you do go against a human player, it starts to get a little bit difficult as you're fighting someone else's mind. However, it's not always bad. When you lose, that helps you understand what you've done wrong, and when you win, it helps you understand what you've done right. This is all part of the mind games when you're playing a game like Street Fighter, because you need to understand that maybe they've played a keep away game and maybe you need to tighten up your fireball game. Listen, I'm a big fan of sparring sessions, so if you don't have anybody to play with, definitely reach out. I'll be running that beta as long as I can until they kick me out of it. So definitely reach out and let's get some matches in. And then of course, a mixture of this tip and the tip before, well, pretty much all of them, will have you right for you to hit ranked and take over the streets. Hopefully I can see you online so I can put the brakes on you. Now that is it. Definitely follow us on the Twitch channel and on Twitter, so then you'll know when we go live with the beta. And obviously if you want to get some matches in, reach out to me on my Discord. There's going to be plenty of people playing it, so let's get those sparring matches in. Till then, it's Too Busy Gaming. I'm out of here. Peace.